They probably trying to entice me to go back in, but nope. Okay, so I'm timing this around 11:41. Now then, I'm scheduled to be the next drop-off site for my next parcel. So here's the deal. If this gets all the way to 12:30, because I've already clocked the person's location, then there's something up. So again, remember the time is 11:41 a.m. It's going to be 12 a.m. soon. The estimated time is supposed to be between both 11 to 12. So if nothing happens prior then understand that this is a psyop that they're doing to actually covertly keep me from my parcel, which is actually illegal. It's not just that though. They are actually installing fiber optics. This is what they're out here for. Mind you, remember when they placed this stuff out, they stated that everybody's supposed to stay in their homes. I'm seeing people not wearing any masks on. Even the person who was the perp over there, who was the lookout, he's not even wearing one. I know it's bullshit, but as for me wearing a mask, the only reason I'm wearing it is because the vape trails, the chemtrails they put out there. If you've seen the recent vid, that's a clear sign that there is some bullshit going on with that. They basically just told you flat out. I'm gonna actually wait here until 12 o'clock, because if it gets to the point to where it's after time, then they have no excuse. There isn't going to be an excuse. So if you're wondering where they're at, the person who has it is all the way down Blue Bonnet between Perkins Road, and he's going to be in a plaza area where the place is at. That's where they got him sitting. And where this is at is like you're gonna see like several different buildings around there. There's some restaurants and there's a movie theater down there too, as well as I think it was a Fitness Value is what they call it. So I just want to jot this down as evidence. They have him sitting there. Okay, this is what he's doing. He was told, or who or she was told, to just sit there and remain stationary while I'm waiting here. The time that it was clocked in for me to be able to receive my stuff to be the next stop was literally 10 seconds right before I left out of my apartment. Okay? Normally I wouldn't even respond like this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and state it as it is. I'm gonna go ahead and wait straight up to 12 o'clock. Because at that point, I don't know if they get shit. I don't know if they gotta get you money back if they like start fucking around like that. Because I know like when it comes to a pizza and you're late at at a certain amount of time, like it does get considered to, So I don't know if it's the delivery fee that gets refunded. Definitely not the amount for the items. No, that's not going to be refunded. But if I don't receive my items, well, then that's a whole nother story. Then I just get my money back. But yeah, I just want people to understand, these people who are selling you this bullshit, they're not following through with this because they're being hired and paid off, man. They're telling you to do something while they're doing the exact opposite because they're being paid off. So here's the deal. They're installing fiber optics over here on the apartment unit that I'm at. This is through the drainage systems that they're doing. It wasn't just here. There's also another faction of them on the other side where the church building is. So this is all going down right now, and it's 11:45, April 14th. So if 5G gets turned on down here, understand that that's what that was. I can only stay out here for about a couple more minutes. I'd say at least they can't really bitch at you if you stay out for like at least a half an hour. And in this case, they really can't bitch because then, I could just point out because the police fucking ran away when I started pointing stuff out before. I'm not even joking about this. They fucking ran away. How often do you see a situation like that happen? Police ain't supposed to be running away, but they did. Huh. Strange. Also, if you want to know what's going on, the person who is stationary right now, here's the deal. When I said that these people lace a bioweapon nano on their hands, I wasn't bullshitting about that. What they're trying to do is hold off as long as they can for me to go back up. Then they're gonna instruct the person who has possession of a parcel to pull up. And once they do that, they're gonna make the exchange by the person placing their hands on my parcel, which is literally laced. And that's how it's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen. No resident has any business touching anybody's property here at all. I don't even think they even meant to say that it was a resident that did. I think they meant to say that it was the receptionist that received it. So by them saying it was a resident, they've already just exposed themselves. So I don't think a person's supposed to just assume that a resident, can just just do that, because that's just no different than handing your shit over sending someone else's paid off stuff to a stranger. You don't even know if that person's even associated with the person involved or not. So they can't debunk that. But you gotta understand, they're gonna say any little bit of thing that they can bring out of their ass to convince you otherwise. And honestly, I'm shocked that a lot of these individuals are just as dumbfounded like this, man. Looks like they're getting ready to go. Now they say they didn't install fiber optics, but I know they did. That's exactly what they've been doing. Now, the spot that they were working around with, that's around the drainage system. How often do you see an internet service working around a sewage system? Does that make any sense to you? Because it doesn't to me. Usually the only thing they're supposed to really be messing with is the telephone poles and stuff like that. I have never ever seen any of these guys go in the sewage drain before. I'm gonna show you exactly where this is at, because this wouldn't be the only one that I've actually seen being messed with. I know they have underground like electrical lines, but not in the sewers. And if it is in the sewers, that's like for something else, not for not. And even though that's an internet service provider, they may be having electrical units in the drainage systems, right? But it's not gonna be there, man. It's not gonna be there. So if you're wondering like where this is at specifically, if you were to basically this is like just in a short few bit of distance away from the bus stop. All right, it's just a short few distance away from the bus stop. Now they just took off because I'm starting to talk. But yeah, man, they're installing fiber optics, 5G shit in off the sewage systems. And what I'm also curious about is that they could be. Oh, looks like the perp is gone. They could be doing just about anything. Now, they're probably still just waiting for me to leave. I'm not going nowhere. I said I was gonna wait here till like 12. That's exactly damn well what I'm gonna do. Again, neither the perp nor the people installing this shit have on masks, okay? And these people are pretty damn close to one another. They're pretty fucking close. So what's with this social distancing bullshit if, you know, they want to sit there and here's the deal. This is how fucked up this is, right? They will promote this shit onto you and enforce it on you and charge you $1,000 for this lie. But they'll walk around because they know it's a fucked up lie. They know it's bullshit. They know it is. And if you wanted to know about the police, yes, they're involved in this shit too. They being told to remain on standby, and they are stalking the fuck out of every single TI and truth talker that they can fucking find. That's basically what's going on today, okay? That is what's going on right now. Everybody who is speaking out, they're fixing the shit so that they'll definitely be able to cut it off because I just figured it out. When he said that they're just running maintenance, understand that's a Cox Communication internet service providing truck. That's the same internet service that I have. And my internet was cut off like on 3 separate occasions just today this morning. So understand, that's what they're doing. They're creating a shut-off switch for this stuff so they can shut off the internet for everybody. That's what they're doing. The maintenance is for the automatic shut-off switch, so that they'll be able to just cut it off, even though you're paying for it, which is it's actually in violation of contract when you're paying for something, but they're trying to take away its usage. So understand, it's the service provider who is actually the person who's being paid to do it. Don't think that it's gonna be people on the outside. No, it was your service provider that gave them the ability to do it in the first place. So guess what? You'll be able to sue if that shit happens, even though it's paid off. You'll be able to sue the fuck out of them for tampering. Or at least I don't know. You would really need a lawyer for that. You really need a lawyer for that. But I get it's got to be a more serious situation, I guess. I don't know. That person's definitely not going to show up anytime soon. And just out of curiosity, because I can't really go too far. I only got just a few minutes. So again, my name is Maurice M. I live down here, right off of Blue Bonnet, right up in Blue Bonnet Towers up here. I don't associate with the people here. I don't know any of them, the other fellow residents here. I don't affiliate myself with them in any way, shape, or form. They don't know me, but they find it in their best interest to get involved in everything that I do, from as far as the covert stalking and stuff that's going on. So I just want to go ahead and set the record straight. None of these people have any business doing what they're doing. None of these people have any business going about doing the stuff that they do. And this is my statement that I'm posting right now, that I don't involve myself with any of them, so there's no excuse for them to ever have their hands on my property. There's no excuse for them to ever have their hands on anything associated with me, because I don't associate myself with them. The only people who have any business ever even handling my parcels is the receptionist to basically place it, or if they are letting these people in, that's about it. But just want to go ahead and say that I do not give consent for any of my possessions to be handled by someone who I am not in association with, someone who I do not live with, someone who has absolutely no business doing what they're doing. And if I find out that they have been lacing said items with this bioweapon, which they have, then I'll have that person under prosecution when I get ready to file for a lawsuit. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I got like 5 minutes. I can wait. Give it like 5 more minutes. I can wait. I think they just want me to go in before 12 o'clock hits. Again, they told the person, I just want people to understand, this is going to be the last time I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this vid off, because it's like, actually, no, I might let it go all the way through until 12 o'clock hits, because I'm curious. I'm just real curious, because at that point, it makes no sense when you're saying I'm supposed to be the next stop, and you just around the corner, and then it's already 12 and you're past the deadline. So I guess let's give this to 12:01. Now, mind you, I've been out here no longer than for like 15 minutes. So even if they send the police down here, they can't say shit to me. They can't say shit. And if they do, well, I'm going to show them the images of the people who didn't fucking have a mask on. I'm going to show them the video clips of what's going on. So they're not going to send the cops. They're not going to do that shit, okay? They're not. Because if they see that, then I can go ahead and start questioning them. Well, you're pretty fucking close, especially from yesterday, but you're not talking to the people who clearly don't have masks on, who clearly are not using shit, and people who work in a food distribution, people who work in a fucking medical distribution. As serious as this bullshit as they're making it, you mean to tell me that you got people on the mainstream media telling you got to be this fucking serious about this bullshit virus of what you are spouting out? But you assholes have some imaginary immunity to this shit, but you can spout lies? Are you fucking high? Crazy, man. People, please, go while you can. While you still fucking can, okay? Please, I mean this with the utmost respect. Go to these main media outlets while you can and tell them that there are people speaking out against the BS that's going on before they actually do try to shut the internet off. So you won't even have the chance to do it. I mean, there's several platforms. Fox News, they're on YouTube. Freaking NBC, ABC, NBC, ABC is one of them too, I guess. What else? CNN, another one. There's more. NBA, yet another one. All these symbolisms of threes are the news outlets of which they are spouting the most lies out there. Okay, you need to go there, share some links, say click on my channel to show you the truth of all the bullshit that's going on. Leave links in the description. Leave links on the comments. Do all of that, man. Do all of that. And if you haven't been caught up with this other channel, his channel is called this guy's channel is called Jeff Central. He is one of the whistleblowers who's getting a lot of good information, spreading this out to many different people so that they can do the same to shine light on this bullshit. we need to definitely we definitely gotta spout some knowledge on a lot of people who are asleep. Now then, it's about to hit 12. 2 minutes and that's it. 2 minutes and that's it. Like, they won't even have an excuse after that. Oh, that reminds me. I'm about to do something that's gonna piss them off, but I could care less. 2 more minutes, then I gotta go. I'm gonna go back in, but I'm not gonna waste this opportunity. Gonna sun gaze. What the? Whatever. Wait, is that? Nah, that's just a resident. If you ever wanted to know that nanotech in your eyes, sun gazing kills that stuff off. They can't stand bright lights. If you ever notice how their nature environment is, they always prefer dark places. So if you were to basically brighten it up,